Hey yo, what's good guys, your boy Tim back again. So in this video, I'm going to walk you guys through a complete step-by-step Adsense arbitrage course. So stick with me. In case you're new here, please make sure you drop a like. I want you to like this video because I want it to go super viral. So please drop a like on this video and also comment down below. And in case we have anybody that wants to get started with Adsense, login, Adsense arbitrage or whatever, make sure you share this video to him or her. And also please, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Alright, so in case you don't know what Adsense is just a medium Google uses to show ads on websites, just like when you visit websites and you see ads there. So when somebody clicks on it, you actually get a certain amount depending on your niche and depending on a whole lot of factors. So I'm going to walk you guys through those factors in this video. And in case you don't know what arbitrage is just like getting something at a cheaper rate, probably in a lower market, and then really sell in a higher market and then make profit. Now let's relate it to Adsense. What is Adsense arbitrage? Adsense arbitrage is actually a means of getting traffic from a source that sells cheaper and then resell it on your site to your visitors. So when your visitors enters your site, probably when they make clicks on those ads, then you get to make money from there. All right, so I know you might be asking, which traffic source are you going to be getting those traffic from? Facebook is the major traffic bank, and also I'm going to walk you guys through my own dashboard, my own AdSense dashboard, my Facebook, and a whole lot of things that I do. Okay, just as a proof. So stick with me, and I want you to do me a favor again. Drop a like on this video, please. I want you to go super viral. So with that being said, I'm going to start by showing you guys my own account. All right, so this is my laptop. I'm going to dive deep into my laptop and show you guys 3 accounts. Okay, I'm going to show you guys 3 accounts for this course. All right, so the 3 accounts are actually limited. One got limited 2 days ago, the other one a week ago, the other one about a month ago. So the reason why I'm using accounts that are limited is because I want you to actually know that nobody's above ads limit. No matter what you do to avoid it, there is every chance that it might come. So in case if you don't know what ads limit is one of the challenges that you face when you start making money with AdSense. Okay, most times Google act up when you're buying traffic from any source at all. So the limit is it means whereby Google limits the number of ads that will show on your site and all that. All right, so they can actually ban you. They can close your account, they can limit you, they can do a whole bunch of things, they can suspend you, and they can do whatever they want. So just know that there are downsides when you're doing AdSense arbitrage. It's not a bed of roses kind of thing. All right, you're going to make money, but at the same time, you might experience some challenges. So AdSense is one of it. So with all of those things being said, drop a like, follow me on Instagram, and let's do this video. So currently I'm on my screen. If you take a close look on my screen right now, so like I said, this account is actually on ads limit. It was limited on that was 2 days ago. Okay, so before it was limited this month, we have printed about $2,100. all right, so I'm going to show you guys another account, and if you check the major traffic bank or source of this site, you can see that it's actually from Nigeria. So my targeting is actually Nigeria and some other countries that I'm going to talk about in this course. So let me show you guys another account, which is this one that was limited about a month ago. So this one has been crazy. I've been pushing traffic, I've been trying a whole lot of things, I've been working on the SEO too, I've been doing a whole bunch of things on this site for it to get free, but yes, it's not free. Okay, I'm also going to walk you guys through a step-by-step process on how you can actually remove ads limit, which is currently not working for me. But if you take a look, ads have started coming back on the site, and that's because of what I've been doing on the site. So ads are gradually coming back. Okay, so let me show you guys another site, which is this one. Okay, so this one has made about £2,000 for the month. All right, so it was at, okay, we already have 9,000 in the balance, and the last payment was 900. And they may be asking, yo, you made 9,000 or 900 pounds last month, and this time around you're making 9,000 pounds. That is super crazy. And I always recommend you to nurture your account or build your earnings history to a certain point before you start doing big amounts. Yeah, I decided to take things up a notch to know if something is actually going to happen, and I did. What happens with ads limit? Okay, even with the limits, it was still making money. So if you check when the account was limited, it was limited on the 23rd of last month. This is it, 23rd of August. So even with the ads limit, I was still able to generate £2,000, about £2,000 this month. So how did it happen? I mean, it was limited at the same time ads was showing. So it was a plus for me, and I just had to print some more pounds before the total ads limit came back. But I've started applying what I normally apply to sites to remove ads limit, and if you see here, the last 7 days ads are already back. I mean, they're almost back, and so that is it. So in this video, I'm going to walk you guys through everything that I do to make these figures count, and also I'm going to walk you guys through a whole bunch of things that you need to know about blogging and AdSense arbitrage as a whole. So I know some of you might be asking, how much did I spend to make all these amounts? So I'm going to dive deep into one of my Facebook ads managers to show you guys how much I actually spend to make this money. So this is one of it. I use 3 Facebook accounts to run my ads. So if you're conversant with running ads on Facebook, you know that Facebook is always giving us issues with restrictions, taking down your page, taking down your ads, taking down your accounts and all that. So I have alternatives. I have about 3 accounts that I use to run ads. So this is one of them. Okay, so and if you check the account spending limit, I've spent 606,000. Okay, this is actually the spending limit, not like the amount I spent more than this. So but this is actually the spending limit. All right, so due to the ads limit, I've not really been banking a lot on it. All right, and the page I was actually using was restricted on this account. So the other account as well is doing nice. Okay, then my main account is actually on my second laptop. So that's actually to show you guys that I spent a lot of money on Facebook ads. So this is actually one of it. Okay, with 150,000 limit. So if you want to start printing big figures, I mean like really good figures, you can be spending about 50 to 100,000 daily across all your campaigns and across all your sites. That's if you're running multiple sites like me. So if you're not running multiple sites, you can be spending about 5 to 10,000 daily, and you're making a good amount of money depending on your CPC. So with the help of what I'm actually going to walk you guys through in this course, you'll be able to spend low and make more. So that's the point of doing arbitrage: spend low and then make more. So with all of these things being said, okay, I've been able to show you guys a proof that what I'm actually going to show you guys is what works and is what I'm doing and is what is probably going to work for you if you apply what I'm actually going to show you in this course. So stick with me and please give this video a like. I don't know why I'm shouting about this like. Please give your boy a like. All right, let's quickly start this video. Okay guys, as you guys know, the course is going to be in parts, and this is the part 1 of the course. So first of all, we're going to be talking about how to choose a domain and hosting. Then after that, we're going to talk about the installation of WordPress and theme selection. Then the tips on getting approved faster. Okay, so how to do your free keyword research with RS. Okay, I know a lot of people know this. All right, so 2 ways of getting content for AdSense approval. Then I will talk about recommended niche with high conversion, then ads placement to get high conversion. Then I'll also point out my issues with auto ads. Okay, then we'll talk about traffic source to make the money print the most. All right, so these are the content that I'm going to be covering in this first part of the course. So just stick with me. Let's go into this. All right, so with that being said, let's quickly dive into the first one, which is choosing a domain name and hosting. All right, so I'll personally recommend making use of Namecheap. I know a lot of people know about Namecheap. Okay, so the reason why I'm using Namecheap is because I love their plan. Okay, you can use anyone that you want. All right, so you can use Namecheap, and then so this is actually how it's going to look like. So I'm going to walk you guys through how you can actually set it up, which is very simple. You can do it on your own. So in case if you know how to set it up, you can actually skip the video a bit. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you guys with the whole signing up thing and all. Okay, so but I'm going to just like brief you guys on that. So let me just open my incognito tab. Okay, so just go ahead and search it on Google. It's a very popular site. I think in every country. So just go ahead and click on the sign up button. So if you click on it, then you'll just ask a few of your details. So go ahead and input a username that you desire. So they're going to tell you if it's available. So let's say DonTeamTV. All right, then choose your password. Okay, choose this one too. Choose everything. Okay, choose your password, confirm your password, your name, your last name, and then your email. They're going to send you a confirmation code or whatever to your Gmail. Then after that, you confirm it, and after confirming it and the whole setup, just go ahead and sign in. Okay, if you sign in, okay, this is exactly how it's going to look like. Okay, so this is actually my dashboard. Okay, not actually my dashboard, it's actually my brother's one. All right, so once you log in, this is exactly how it's going to look like. All right, so once you get here, all right, first of all, you need a domain name. Then after domain name, you need a hosting. All right, if you're using Blogger, you're not going to need a hosting, but since I'm focusing on WordPress here, I've always used Blogger in the past, but for this particular video, I'm going to be focusing on WordPress. All right, so let's go to the home page. So if you go to the home page, this is where you get to choose your name. Okay, your name could be anything as long as it is simple and short. The reason why I recommend very short and simple names is because it will be very easy for your user to remember your name and easily come back to your site. And one thing is that Google values returning visitors the most. Then double T, let's know if it's available with .com. Okay, you can see it's actually available. Okay, you can see the price $9.58 per year. Okay, so if the one you want is actually not available, you can just go ahead and manipulate the name, try to put one thing or the other. It's going to make the name to be available, and also it's going to reduce the cost. Okay, they were asking for 9,000 for the .net, but now it's just $10. All right, so that's actually how to choose your name. Okay, so once you've selected the name that you want, you can just go ahead and add it to your cart. Okay, now so after adding it to your cart, you can go ahead and add any other thing that you want. Okay, but I will just keep it at this level. Okay, so after adding your primary domain to your cart, then go ahead and check out. Okay, so now you can go ahead and check out once, but I will advise to take things slowly. All right, first of all, just go ahead and choose your hosting plan before you check out. All right, or you can go ahead and just pay for it, and after paying for it, you can easily access it from your dashboard. Okay, so you just go to domain list. Okay, so you go to domain list, you're going to see the domain that you actually paid for. Okay, so let's assume this is the domain that we actually paid for, because this one has been purchased already. All right, so now once you purchased it, now go ahead and click on manage. Okay, so this is actually very simple, and it's almost the same thing with other domain providers. There are other domain providers like Whogohost, GoDaddy, a lot of them. Okay, but I prefer Namecheap. Okay, so if you click on that, scroll down and then click on this. Okay, so in case you're not using premium DNS, so you can just go ahead and select Namecheap web hosting DNS. Or after selecting it, then go back to your home page. Okay, go to hosting, select shared hosting. So if you select shared hosting, okay, I will recommend the Stellar Business, all right, or Stellar Plus, sorry. Okay, so Stellar Plus actually allows you to host multiple websites. That's unlimited websites, okay, and unmetered SSD with a lot of other properties or whatever. All right, so you can actually select the one you can afford. If you're handling only one site, you can select the Stellar. All right, if you're handling multiple sites or big sites, you can select the Stellar Plus. All right, and make sure you set it at yearly or monthly or 2 years, depending on how much you can actually afford. Okay, so let's say yearly. All right, just go ahead and click on get started. So if you click on get started, it's going to ask you if you have a new domain name or existing domain name. So remember, you've already paid. Okay, just go ahead and click on existing domain name, and if you click on that, it's going to allow you to choose the domain that you already paid, which is this one. Okay, and it's also going to allow you if you have the name with a third-party company. All right, so if you have the name with a third-party company like GoDaddy or whichever company that you bought your domain from, you can actually select it from here. But assuming you bought it with Namecheap, which we already did, okay, you're just gonna go ahead and select your Namecheap domain name. All right, so make sure you select the name and also click on connect to hosting. Now if you click on connect to hosting, it's going to connect it to your hosting plan. All right, it's going to connect the domain you already have to your hosting plan. The reason why I don't want to do that right now is because the current domain that I have here is actually connected to another hosting, all right, which is also on Namecheap, just that it's not on this account. All right, so after that, go ahead and click on add to cart, and if you click on add to cart, it's going to take you to a checkout page. Okay, if you go to the checkout page, which is actually going to look like this, it's going to look like this. All right, so you're just going to go ahead and confirm your order. So if you confirm your order, okay, so it's going to take you to where you get to pay. Okay, now I have this plugin that I'm using, which is Current. So it allows you to get some discounts. Honey extension. So this Honey extension actually gives you some coupon codes. Just go ahead and install it. I don't have it on this Chrome profile. I'm actually not using my main Chrome profile. I'm using my brother's because I have some personal details on my main Chrome profile. So just go ahead and install this plugin because it's going to give you some discounts anytime you want to check out online, no matter the company. They're just going to go ahead and find some coupon codes that will give you some discount. So after that, go ahead and pay. Okay, this is the one that you're paying for. Okay, so just go ahead and pay. All right, so click on pay now. Okay, you're going to get charged. So after checking out, after paying for the domain, just go ahead and return to your dashboard. So you return to your dashboard, it's going to look exactly like this. Now go ahead and click on hosting list. So if you click on hosting list, your hosting plan or the sites that you're already connected to your hosting will appear here, but due to the fact that I would not pay for that, that's why it's not appearing here. But I'm going to go ahead and move to the account that I actually have an active hosting on it. Okay, now guys, we're done with domain and hosting, and right now we're about to go to the second one on our list, which is installation of themes. Okay, installation of WordPress and theme selection. So let me just talk about this a little bit. So for me, I don't really have any special theme that I use. Okay, and also I don't use premium themes. My reason is not because of the price or whatever, but my reason is because there are a lot of free themes on WordPress that you can actually use, and also they will give you what you actually want. So I just go around the whole Namecheap store and then make use of the one I want. So before that, let's go ahead and install WordPress. So stick with me, let me walk you guys through how you can actually install WordPress. So like I said, let me hop into an account that has a hosting list. Okay, so once you get to your dashboard, click on this hosting list, and then you're going to see the primary domain that you purchased, and then click on go to cPanel, and it's going to take you to your cPanel dashboard. And this is how it actually looks like. Okay, so once you get to this place, just scroll down. And also you should note something with cPanel. cPanel is very, very sensitive, IP sensitive, so you shouldn't be changing IP or turning on your data on and off. Okay, so if you do that, your IP is going to keep changing, and when it keeps changing, you're going to be encountering some issues when logging in. So just scroll down to where you have WordPress Manager by Softaculous. So once you get here, click on it. Okay, so if you click on it, it's going to take you to your Softaculous page. So this is how it's actually going to look like. Okay, so I have a lot of sites here, so I don't want to scroll down because I don't want to let them out. Okay, so currently I'm inside my room recording this course, so you should consider giving me a like at least for recording this video for you guys. I know for some of you guys this might be like something that you already know, but if you don't know it already, consider giving me a like. Okay, so once you get to this place, go ahead and click on install. So if you click on install, it's going to bring you to this page. So right here, you can just go ahead and select you can leave everything the way it is by leave everything done, and then go ahead and select your password. Okay, choose your password, set your username. Most times I use admin. Okay, then select your password, or you can use the default password. Make sure the strength of the password is up to 85%. all right, so just do all this selection and then scroll down to the bottom. Then you can select a default theme. They have a list of some themes here, so select anyone you want, which you can actually change when you install your WordPress finally. Okay, so once you're done with that, go ahead and click on install. Okay, if you click on install, it's going to take you like 3 to 4 minutes or so to install. Like literally 2 minutes. So now after installing your WordPress, it takes you like 15 minutes or less for you to access your website fully, and most times it takes longer. And also, if you want to log into your admin dashboard, just go ahead and visit your site. So let's assume this is the site that you installed. Of course, it's going to have the default theme that you selected, and also it's going to have like the normal thing that you selected. So if you want to log into your dashboard, you can just go ahead and input the name of your site. Okay, let's say .teamtv.com, then /. You can use login. Okay, so if you use /login, it's going to take you to your a WordPress page where you get to input your name and password. That's the name you installed, here. Like the name you used here and the password you used here. So that is actually how to access your login details. You can actually use /login or WP then --login. I'm going to write it here so that you can see it. So that's actually how to log into your admin dashboard. Of course, after installation of WordPress, you're also going to see that on your dashboard. So once you get here, you input your details and everything. So after that, click on login. So once you get to your WordPress dashboard, it's actually going to be looking like this. Okay, so you might want to go ahead and change your theme, because remember the theme that we used is a default theme. And now let me say something about the theme also. So like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't use any special theme or whatever. I use anything that gives me what I want, anything that I think that is user friendly, that shows ads well, like that suits my interest. Okay, so things that you need to put into consideration before selecting a theme is: one, theme that will give you a high conversion, that's your CTR, giving you a high CTR. Okay, themes that will help to display ads very, very well, so that user can actually see it and click on it. Okay, so and a theme that can give you that is a theme that has a simple design. Okay, a simple design, not things that will have a lot of designs, sidebar left, sidebar right, this one footer, that one. No, all those kind of things are not going to show all your ads very, very well, because they already have a lot of widgets attached to them already. So if you're selecting your theme, select a theme that is quite clean and neat. I mean, like no plenty of add-ons on the theme. So that would be my general advice on theme selection. I don't want to go ahead and point out these themes and that theme and that theme. My interest or desire might not be your own. Okay, so just go ahead and find something that is clean and neat, that has minimum design and widgets. Okay, so I hope I'm making sense there. So that's actually how I select my theme. So if you want to change your theme, go ahead and click on appearance, then themes. So it's going to bring you here. So once you get to this place, okay, for this site, like I said, this is actually my brother's site, so I'm actually managing it for him. Okay, so you can, this is the one he's actually using. The name is BAM, and the site is actually not looking bad. I mean, if you like it, you can go ahead and use it. So let me show you guys how the site is actually looking like. Okay, I've used BAM a lot on my sites, and they show ads very, very well, and I mean, I like it very, very well. So I used it for him, and it's pretty neat for him. I mean, he loved it as well. So if you click on it, let's enter one post and see how it's actually going to look like. Okay, so it's looking like clean, neat, no plenty designs or whatever, just simple theme. Okay, so that's what I use, and that's what I recommend. So if you want to add theme, go ahead and click on this add new. So if you click on add new, you're going to see a lot of things that you can actually select. Okay, instead of pointing out just things that I think suits my interest, and then you guys will start using it. It doesn't make sense. So find something that is clean and neat. So there are a lot of, like, thousands and thousands of things here you can actually select from. So that is actually my own say on theme selections and all. Okay, now we've talked about how to choose a domain and hosting, and also we've talked about installation of WordPress and theme selections. Now let's talk about how to get approved faster on Adsense. Now I'm going to make it to be very brief. Now if you want to get approved on Adsense, work on your content. Okay, your content should be very, very nice, and it should have enough content. Now some people write 10 articles, 5, 15, and then they apply for Adsense thinking that Google is going to approve them without them even researching on maybe if this keyword is actually going to rank, or if it's actually worth writing, because some keywords are actually not worth ranking on or writing on as a new blog, right? So some people just go ahead and probably they see it on bigger blogs, and then they go ahead and write on it. Okay, so you have to do all those research to know if you should actually write on a particular keyword or topic, and also you should have enough content, right? So that is one, and I would recommend from 25 to 30 or from 30 upward, right? So before you start thinking of applying on Adsense, that is one. Then the second one is traffic. Okay, you should be getting at least a low quantity of traffic before you get approved. Think about this. Why would Google show ads on your site when there is nobody coming on your site to read articles and probably make clicks on ads? Okay, Google make money when you make money, literally, because they give you about 55% or 65% of the earnings, and then they take the rest. So why would they show ads when they won't get anything? Or why would they approve your account when they're not going to make money, because there's nobody coming into your site, literally? So think about it. Work on your traffic, work on a good content that can get people into your site before you start thinking about applying for Adsense. And the traffic should be real human beings, all right? Don't go and buy some whacked up traffic or whatever from some sites that deliver bots traffic to your site. Google has advanced a lot. They keep rolling out updates day by day, trying to make their system very, very good, and like you can't use any trick to get approval or whatever. So make sure you have a good content, and also make sure you have enough content, and then work on your traffic. Now let's go to the second one, which is how to do free keyword research with Ahrefs, right? And a lot of people know about this Ahrefs thing, and then let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, now we're done with domain and hosting, installation of WordPress and theme selection. tips on getting approved. Also, I did a video on how you can actually get approved faster, so I'm going to also recommend that video. Okay, so just go ahead and watch it. It's going to pop up anywhere around the screen. Okay, if it's not popping up, just go ahead and check my videos. You're going to see that. And the next one is how to do your free keyword research with Ahrefs. Okay, so a lot of people use Ahrefs to do their keyword research, and I also make use of it to do my own keyword research. So Ahrefs is actually an SEO tool site that you can actually use to do a whole bunch of things. Okay, so they actually have their own free tools as well that you can also use to do a whole lot of things as well, and you get massive results. Okay, so you can go ahead and pay if you want to pay, though it's actually a bit expensive. Okay, just scroll down to the bottom of the site. So in case you don't know the site, the name is ahrefs.com. Okay, ahrefs.com. So just scroll down to the bottom of the site, and you're gonna see there are free tools. All right, free SEO tools, a whole bunch of them. You can actually maximize any of these tools and then get a very, very good result. All right, but I'm gonna make this one to be specific, so just go ahead and click on this keyword difficulty checker. Okay, so these two will actually help you to know the actual keyword to write on, if you should actually write on a keyword or not. All right, so let's take, for example, we want to write on probably, let's say, how to make money. Right now, of course, if you search for this keyword, let's search for it in USA. You can select the country you want to actually rank on. Okay, so in case you want to target tier 1 countries, it will also help you to narrow down your targeting to a particular region. Okay, so I'm also talk about how to narrow down your content. All right, so now just go ahead and select this. Okay, now the difficulty of this keyword, how to make money, is super hard. All right, so they estimate that you need from 273 websites to rank, last backlinks. All right, so writing on this keyword probably as a new site is not going to get you any result. Right, so this is what people don't really realize, the mistakes they make. Okay, they'll be like, I've written organic content, I've written unique content, blah blah. Meanwhile, what they actually wrote on is no one was going to rank. Right, you have bigger sites like Forbes, Save the Students, Entrepreneur.com, Obelo, and a lot of other big sites that are actually ranking for this keyword, and you're writing for it, and you that just started yesterday want to start ranking on Google first page to get traffic from Google first page. So you're actually wasting your time, you're wasting your time literally. Okay, so we have to look at all these things before you start ranking on a particular keyword, so that you don't waste your time writing without ranking. All right, so now you can actually still rank for this particular thing, but you have to do some changes. That is using long tail keywords. All right, so long tail keywords will actually help you to appear on Google first page by making it longer and meaningful. Now let's say you want to search for how to make money as a, let's say, probably a student or whatever. All right, okay, so now you can see that by adding as a student, it has actually brought down the difficulty to 32. All right, before it was 74, so now it's 32. Okay, so what actually made it to reduce is actually because of the fact that I added as a student. Okay, so the longer the keyword, all right, the more chances of you ranking. All right, so now if you scroll down, you can see the competing sites or sites that are already ranking in there, how they are performing. All right, so now you can also make it longer, by extending it as well, probably in USA or in 2022, or just try and make it longer and meaningful as well, what people are likely going to be searching, and this site will help to tell you if it's actually difficult or not. Okay, so as long as you have something like 10 or below, just know that it's actually a very, very good keyword to write on, and you can easily rank on such keywords when you write on it. So having a 32 difficulty is actually a bit high. Okay, that's what they said is hard. So have it below this meter or whatever. So just make sure it's at green, probably below 10. Okay, by so doing, you know that okay, this keyword is actually less competitive, and you can actually rank on it easily without doing a whole lot of work. So that is how I actually do my own keyword research. Okay, instead of using all those big paid sites or SEO tools to do it, and then without getting results. Okay, RS is one of the best, if not the best. Then with SEMrush as well, so you can do your keyword research and get massive results. So one good thing about this site is that they have other free tools that they offer. Okay, you can check their backlink checker, their broken line checker, their site authority checker, keyword generator, YouTube keyword tools, a whole lot of free tools that you can actually maximize and get very good results. So go ahead and give it a try. Okay, that's how I do my own keyword research. I'm not an SEO expert. I'm a money blogger. I blog to make money. I don't blog to rank on Google page, and that's why we do arbitrage. Alright, but it's actually good that I have this experience, because a blog that is not getting organic traffic cannot do arbitrage. Okay, if you do arbitrage without organic traffic, you are likely going to get limited. So it's good that you have the experience of SEO and all these things, so that you don't get the issues of limits or getting close on Google. Okay, so let's go to the next one, which is getting content for Adsense. Now I'm going to make this very brief. So I'm going to recommend that video that I did in the past on how you can actually get approved. So if you just go ahead and watch the video, it's going to help you a lot. Now there are two ways that I actually sort out my content. One is that I copy people's content. Alright, copying people's content, which I'm not recommending now, probably as a tutor. Alright, so I wouldn't advise my students to go and copy in an examination, because it's not good. But I copy people's articles. Alright, so I use some free AI tools to copy their articles and make it organic and convert it to a new article. So that is actually one of the ways that I get my own articles. Okay, so let's take for examples. I follow a lot of big sites. Big sites that are also in my niche. Okay, so when I follow them, anytime they drop good content, I dive into their content, copy almost everything. Okay, then rewrite it with my free AI tool, which is articlerewritertool.com. articlerewritertool.com. Okay, I've always shown that in my video. You can use any other free AI tool that you know. Okay, but this is the one that I use basically. Okay, so now when copying your content or when copying other people's content, you don't just copy like you don't know anything, right? You have to copy like somebody that has sense. Okay, so when you copy, you make sure you change certain things, and also make sure you don't lose the keyword. All right, let's see now. Here they said key jobs industry for immigrants in Canada. Now you can see that job is a keyword here. Okay, all these things can influence your CPC. Immigrants is a keyword. Canada is also a keyword. Now, if you're writing something like this, you should know that wherever these keywords, jobs, immigrants, Canada appears in this article, it should not change. All right. Also, things like travel, work, or any other thing relating to jobs, immigrants, and Canada are likely going to appear in this article. So you just don't want to change them, because if you change them, it's actually going to affect your CPC and all that. So what you have to do is this. Let's say you want to paraphrase or you want to rewrite it. So copy and go to the site. Now paste what you want to rewrite. Okay, let's solve this captcha. Let's say MBR. Now they said ignore words containing this, so you can actually include words that you don't want this site to rewrite. For example, jobs, comma, work, comma, Canada, comma, just like that. You keep listing things that you don't want it to rewrite. So by so doing, it's going to retain the key keywords, which is also going to influence your CPC when you post. Okay, so by so doing, you're just coming up with a very good content. Now another way that I actually make it to look unique and organic is by using this extension called Grammarly. So Grammarly will help you to rewrite or to correct the wrong grammars. So if you check now, I have some words underlined with red, so it means that they are either incorrect or grammarly wrong or whatever. So just click on it and see the issues. So it's supposed to have the immigrants. So normally it said hire and favor immigrants population, but Grammarly is saying that I'm supposed to add the immigrants population. So just like that, this one said stay in a Canada long term means, so long time is supposed to have a hyphen as a compound word. So you just select it. Okay, Canada is, they said it's not supposed to be is, it's are. Canada are a listing. So just like you have to keep correcting the wrong grammars to get a very grammarly correct article, right? So that is how I actually do my own. Okay, that's how I get articles. Sincerely, I don't buy articles, right? I copy from these big guys because I know that most of their articles are, written by SEO experts. So I see no reason paying another person to get another SEO keyword. So I just try to make little changes on their own and then get a very good article. And if you want to check if the article that you've written is actually nice or if it's actually unique, okay, just go ahead and check for all those plagiarism checker, okay, plagiarism checker or something like that. Okay, so you can use the all these plagiarism checkers to check if your content is actually unique, okay, in the sense that you're no one having it on the internet. So after rewriting, you have to rewrite. So if you write copy, so you can check with the plagiarism checker. They normally take a lot of time to load. Okay, so let's say this one now. So you want to check if it's actually good to use it. All right, so let's go ahead and check. So what this site does is that it checks if you actually copied the content from another site. They will show you what you actually copied. They will just analyze the article and know if it is unique enough to use. Okay, so the name is plagiarismdetector.net. So the site is actually done analyzing the article that we gave it. Okay, so now if you check the uniqueness of this article, you can see that it is 100% unique. Okay, being 100% unique means that it is not available on the net. It is 100% unique. Like, this is the first time this kind of article is appearing on the net. Okay, so had it been there is any place that I copied per se, it's going to appear here as plagiarized, right? So for the fact that I don't have anything here and everything is 100% unique, that implies that the article is 100% unique. So that is how I come up with my own articles without bothering to pay anybody to get my articles done for me. Okay, so another way you can actually get your own article is through Fiverr. Okay, Fiverr is a freelancing website where people do mini jobs and then get paid. Okay, so you can just come there and write and search for SEO writers. Okay, there are a lot of them there. Okay, very good ones. Okay, so if you're giving anybody any job, make sure you check their ratings, because a lot of people copy, or rather a lot of people make use of these things that I just showed you and then provide it as a service on Fiverr and still collect money as an SEO expert. Meanwhile, they are just copying and pasting using AI tools to do the magic. Okay, so just go ahead and search for SEO writing. Okay, so you can also set your budget. Okay, let's say your budget is $5 or $10 or whatever amount that you have to invest in your SEO. So let's say value is under $25 and I apply. Okay, so you can see service of $5 here minimum. Okay, check their rating 4.9. I will do SEO writing, blog article, blah blah. Just like that, just go around and select the ones you want. This one has 5%, 5-star review 18. That means this guy is actually very good, and he will collect $10 to write for you. Okay, so this is just like business, and you have to handle it as one. Okay, so you can invest into this, and in the long run, you're going to make a lot of money from Adsense and from other monetization platforms. Okay, so just scroll around Fiverr and see how you can actually get a good freelancer to write your articles, and then you can pay him or her. So that is actually how to come up with your own content, unique and unique content without any issues. Okay, through AI tools and through paying SEO experts to do it for you. That is how we can actually do it. For me, I use my AI tools effortlessly, and I don't pay people to do it for me. Okay, so now let's talk about the niche that I recommend with high conversion. I've always talked about my niche. My niche is jobs, immigration, and scholarship. So those are the 3 niches that I focus on, and those are the ones that convert better for arbitrage. I don't know if there is any other one that will convert for arbitrage, but I think this 3 is what converts for me. All right, so you can actually combine the 3 of them in a blog. You can decide to focus on one particular one in a blog, but I think the 3 of them actually have something in common. Okay, travel and work abroad, immigrate to another country, travel for scholarship or whatever. So I think 3 of them have something in common. So you can actually combine the 3 of them on a single blog and then still get a massive result. Okay, so that is the niche that I focus on. Then the next one is ads placements to get high conversion. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about ads placement in the second part of this video, or rather in the second part of this course. Okay, because it covers a lot of things, right? So but before that, I want to talk about my issues with auto ads. Okay, now let's talk about my issues with auto ads. Auto ads is one of the main causes of ads limit if you're running Facebook Adsense Arbitrage. Okay, but this is something that people don't know. Google traffic helps you to navigate and also escape ads limits. Now, sometimes when you see those big blogs getting organic traffic and also at the same time using auto ads, you're now wondering why is it that there are reasons that you that is just having a blog of 2 months rather, and you're using auto ads and Adsense is also limiting you. The reason is because they are getting massive organic traffic, and when you're getting massive organic traffic, Adsense is not going to do anything. So you can actually use auto ads when you're getting organic traffic, but if you're not getting organic traffic, I recommend that you don't use auto ads, because a lot of people will be clicking without them actually wanting to click. So if you check the Adsense policy, they also regard it as unwanted clicks, or somebody that doesn't want to click, or click by mistake, or anything that doesn't prompt a user to click on your ads. So I will advise you to turn off your auto ads. So I'm going to show you guys how you can actually limit the number of ads that will show in your auto ads. Alright, so that's actually my own reason for not using auto ads mostly. So you can actually use it if you're getting massive organic traffic, or even if you're not getting massive organic traffic, you can actually use it, but you should limit the number of ads that shows on your site to avoid invalid activities. So I'm going to show you guys the number of pounds that was deducted on my account, and that's because of invalid activities. A whopping £800 was deducted from my account because of invalid activity. Okay, we're done with everything on this list except the ads placement and the traffic source to make the money print the most. Now I'm going to drop the second part of this video or this course when this video hits 5,000 views. Okay, once it gets up to 5,000 views and 200 likes, I'm going to drop the second part of the course. Now the second part of the course is going to cover how you can set up a very good converting Facebook ads campaign that can give you massive results. And then also Facebook is not going to overcharge you with the way I'm going to optimize it. So get this video to 5,000 views and 200 likes, and I'm going to drop the second part of the course. So it's going to be bombed, like it's going to be massive, because that's where the main value contains. All right, the reason why I made this part 1 a beginner's course is because I know some people don't really know how to create a blog. I know some people don't really know the basics. Okay, so I have to cover it and carry everybody along. Okay, so I mean, it's worth it. Okay, instead of jumping to that pro part without carrying some people along, and some people will be left along the way. So I decided to carry everybody along. Okay, so make sure you watch it. Make sure you share to somebody that has not started yet. Get this video to 5,000 or 10,000 views rather. I mean, 10,000 views is not bad. Okay, so get it to 10,000 views and give it a lot of likes, 200 likes, then I will drop the second part of this video. Okay guys, thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video, and please, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and also give this video a like. Now wait for the part 2 of the course, because that's where I'm actually going to walk you guys through step-by-step process how you can actually make the money count on your AdSense. So this part 1 is more like a beginner's course like you saw in the title. So in case you don't know how to blog at first, or how to set up a website for your AdSense Arbitrage, or how to make it look standard in order to apply for AdSense and all that, I believe by now you would know how to do that for yourself. So that's actually my reason for starting from scratch, so that you don't have anything to complain of. Alright, so I already got that solved. So go through the course and then wait for the part 2, because it's going to be bomb. Alright, so stick with me on this channel, because even before I drop the second part, I'm going to keep dropping videos on how you can actually do a whole bunch of things on AdSense. So with that being said, still your boy Don Team, and please make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Don Team TV, and in case you have any issue, make sure you drop it on my WhatsApp. My number is going to be down there in the description of this video. Okay, make sure you stick around whenever I drop a video, and know that Don Team loves you. Stay safe and peace out.